What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all, it's Sunday. It's Sunday night and I'm tired. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm super, super tired, but I've been feeling called to be more consistent with going live, especially since videos are uploading. So it's easier for me to live stream than to try to upload pick a card readings. So heads up, if you're looking for new pick a card readings, go check out my live playlist. I put all my pick a card readings in my live playlist. All right. So this is going to be a pick a card reading on whatever it is you need to know at this time. All right. It's chill. It's a chill Sunday. It's going to be a chill reading. I'm going to be drinking my little smoothie drink right here as I go about my reading. So I do apologize if I take breaks. At the same time, I'm vibing. I'm just chilling. I'm not taking this one too seriously. And if you guys come through, say hello, drop your name. When you guys see me live, say what's up. Say what's up. I'm here. I'm live. It's rare that I go live. Like I said, I'm trying to be consistent. It's a little tricky for me, but let me know your name. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you've ever purchased a personal reading from me, okay? Let's get started. All right. What is it that you need to know at this time? Let me get some options ready for you guys. We're going to just stick with the pyramids. Lately, I've been doing the pyramids, and I love the pyramids. So option one, I think we're going to switch it up, and you guys are going to be rose quartz. My Reiki rose quartz. Look at that for a second. Pretty cool, huh? And then, let's see, option two. I'm trying to think. You guys are going to be Lapis lazuli. And option three, you guys are going to be tiger's eye. All right. So option one, rose quartz. Option two, lapis lazuli. Option three, tiger's eye. Let's get started. What is it that you guys need to know? Holy Spirit, please be present in this live reading. Please protect my live reading. May those who are supposed to be drawn to it live come through live. Those who are supposed to be drawn to it during the afterplay, the replay, guide them to it as well. All right, protect my viewers, watch over them, bless them, and may they feel loved and supported in all ways. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. All right, option one, what's up? What's up with option one? Grounding. Grounding. Something's trying to grow. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting like something needs to be grown. It's almost like I'm hearing grounding. I'm hearing back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, isn't it Eminem? That's Eminem. You only get one chance. Do not, hold up. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Yeah, that's Eminem. So you guys, what I'm getting here is that it's time to ground something. It could be an idea, something you've been wanting to do. It's time to get to it. If you guys have been wanting to audition for something, it's time to do it. Who is this? Mr. President. Do you like to cook or clean? I like to make money. That's what I like to do. What about you? Do you like to cook or clean, Mr. President? All right, babe. So you guys, it's like grounding some sort of idea. Getting out of the fear, getting out of the jits. You know how someone says, I have the jits, I'm nervous. It's time to go for it. That business that you've always wanted to do, it's time to get to it. Seek fear. Hello. What a name, babe. What a name. What's up? You guys, I'm really getting like, take off. That's what I'm getting. Like, take off. Go for it. Go after what it is you want. Don't hold back. There's no holding back. It really is giving like, what was that? Was that movie called 8 Mile? What was that movie called with Eminem? I haven't seen it since I was a child, but I'm getting that. It's almost like a, I'm hearing prelude. I don't know, I'm hearing prelude, but it's, your angels want you to take a leap of faith. So audition. If you've been wanting to get a business off the ground, go for that. Do that. This is your time. This is your time. Okay, let's see what's going on. Look at that. 6 of Wands, victory. That's why they want you to do this. I said audition. That's why. Now, this is the 6 of Wands when he's finally made it home, right? But you guys have the energy where he's like just like making it back out of this war, right? Look at it. People still have blood on them. People are still like scarred up. This is the battle. This is like the lotus blooming from the darkest of muds, right? This is I'm hearing battle scars, battle pain, right? Growing pains. What's up, Jay? Victory, what's up, what's up? Yeah, this here is all about you guys coming into victory. So that's why they want you to go for it. No matter what's going on in your life, no matter how hard things have been, do not forget your dreams. Do not forget what you are called here to do. Don't forget your purpose. This is what option 1 is saying to you guys, all right? Option 1 is saying go for it. Hi, not me. You guys, drop your names. Drop your names. Y'all be having some interesting little Instagram, not Instagram, YouTube names, but drop your real names. Drop your zodiac sign. Are you a regular subscriber, or did you just find me? Where are you from? Drop some info. Of course I know God. God is within me. Right here, though, you guys, this is about you guys taking that leap of faith. No matter what's going on, go for it. All right, so I'm going to be blocking some of these people. I might need a moderator at some point because, you know, there's some people, they just want love and attention, and it just gets a little out of hand in the comments. So I'm about to block some people. Remove. Yeah. What's up, Jordan? Let me remove some of these people. There we go. Yes, you guessed right. You must be psychic. They're like, I guess me. Just found you. Libra. Signing executive orders when moderation is possible. Okay, cool. But yeah, you guys, this is about you guys going after what it is you want. Let's keep going. Let's get focused. You guys, I'm strongly getting, if you guys, I'm even hearing promotion. Like if you guys have been wanting a pay raise or been wanting to, what is that called? Because they're showing me, you guys remember that show Shark? What was it? Was it Shark Tank? Where they would go and give their ideas of something they've created. It's almost like present what it is you need to present. Ask for the raise. Apply to that job that you've always wanted to apply for. Go for the audition. I don't know, I just heard ask that person out. That's so random because I thought this was more focused on money. But it feels like they're saying get out of your fear. Get out of this complacency. Like get out of your comfort zone and go for it. Because luck might just be in your favor. Okay? Luck might just be in your favor. And they say favor fortune's the bold, right? No risk, no reward. You gotta try. If you don't try, you're always gonna stay the same. If you don't try, you're always gonna, you can guarantee you're gonna be in the same place, okay? So let me look at these comments real quick. Jay, Leo, Sun, Gemini, Moon, Sag rising. Now that is a wild combo. That's pretty cool. So you got fire, air. You got your double fire with air. That's pretty cool. Chicken, good. Jesus loves you. I know Jesus loves me. I love that. Ascended Master Jesus is really cool, y'all. Really cool. Not me. I'm a Libra too. So we got Libra energy up in here. Okay. Whoa. Y'all, talking about fire. Jay just dropped that he's a fire sign. This is interesting because we got Queen of Wands right here. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Her back is turned though. Can't quite see her yet. This is you working on something. So what I really want to say, you guys, is whatever this is that you're planning to pitch, that's the word I was looking at. Pitch, audition for, work on, get off the ground. This dream, this idea you want to ground into reality, don't share it with anyone. Don't share like, oh, I'm going to do this, or I plan to do this, or, you know, I'm thinking. No, just do it. And then after you've received whatever information about your pitch or audition, after you receive it, then you can share it. But don't share it before you do it. Wait until it's done. Okay? Because what people don't know about, they can't harm. Keep your dreams and ideas away from funny people. All right? And I hate to say it, but sometimes it's even our loved ones, you know, those who are closest to us, that sometimes even project their own fears onto the things that we're doing. So anything that you do, keep it close to your chest, your heart, okay? That's on that. So what do we have here? I was about to tell you what it is. Yep, that's it. And what do we have here? Jesus died for it, and he told me to spread the gospel. Just try and have a relationship with him and repent. Baby. See, it's that right there. I'm gonna say this, y'all. Hear me out on live. Let me get my calm energy. Jesus was a phenomenal ascended master. Did he die on the cross or not? A lot of people have different ideas about that. What I will say is that religious folks have a routine of judging people, which is something that Jesus did not do. Jesus was very focused on evolving and leveling up and helping his community and helping those that needed help. He went on spiritual journeys and spiritual quests of better understanding and better knowledge to connect with God's source. What he didn't do is spend his time judging people. So with that being said, chicken good. I hope you take note on Jesus' story. I hope you do more research on Jesus' quest and his journey. I'm sending you love. But right now, I'm going to get you out of this live because I don't think this live is in alignment with where you are. Blessings. All right. Let's move on. Here we go. You guys, distractions, right? You see that? You see the different distractions we have in the comments? So I feel like that could even be a sign for you guys, like you might get distractions on this path to take you out of what's about to happen. Because honestly, that's when they start showing up. When you're about to make it to the finish line, when you're about to make it out of this war, that's when you get random obstacles, random haters, random like weird energy coming at you. With that being said, I feel called to tell you guys you need to cleanse your energy and protect your energy. That's what I'm getting, you guys. It's making me think of auditions. I'm gonna be real with you guys. The scene that I'm getting is like when I don't know about y'all if you guys have ever like been in anything competitive, but when I was younger, I was in dance and in cheer. And in dance and cheer, you always have some other mean dancer, other mean cheerleader who's trying to throw you off. Okay, it's always this weird thing about jealousy and who's better than the other. Sometimes you'll even have people bump you, like fall into you, like just to rile you up, right? Just block you, just to get your gears going, right? And if you think about it, it's like you really have to keep calm and not get distracted because you may want to pop off, but you need to be focused on learning the choreography. You need to be focused on impressing whoever's judging you. So you can't allow people throwing random curveballs to get in your way. Here's a perfect story, you guys. One time I had a performance to do, and I had a performance to do, and girls didn't like me so much that they hid my costume. So they hid like my tights and things like that, so I couldn't perform. So it's stuff like that. And while it did hurt, because I was like, man, I can't find my stuff, and I knew I put my stuff here, someone else gave me their outfit so that I could wear it and that I could perform. It's stuff like that, like haters like that. You know what I mean? Like you'll get little things being thrown in your way. So with that being said, no matter what happens, whatever you're trying to go out there for, audition for, or create, do not let anyone, I do mean anyone, stop you. Sometimes you guys could have, hi Kiba, hi babe, I hope you're well. I'm happy to have you in this live again, babe. Sometimes you'll have people, try to block you. One more other message that they're wanting me to share with you guys is sometimes you'll even get someone shutting your dream down. That could even be like someone you looked up to, or an elder or a mentor who tells you, you know what, I don't think this is good enough, or I think you should do this. It makes me think of Simon Cowell, right? There are times where Simon Cowell gave, some sort of like wow judgment call on a singer, and that singer ended up being big. That singer ended up being, successful. So with that being said, you can't take everyone's opinion to heart, or anyone's opinion to heart. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. Kiba, girl, How long did we speak on the live? How you remember me, girl? What's up? I told you I'm gonna be thinking like, where they at? I wonder how they doing. But no, seriously, like, you can't let people's judgment stop you from what you have on your heart. It's been placed on your heart for a reason. Get to it. Don't let people get in the way. Shut ish down. You got to be so focused. So go watch it. Y'all, tell me the Eminem movie. Is it 8 Mile, Green Mile? What's the name of the movie with Eminem? Where the song is Lose Yourself. That's you guys' message. Go for it. Be bold. Be brave. Be fierce. Be courageous. Because it feels like there's a win on the opposite side of this fear and the distractions and the weird energy. Ask Archangel Michael to shield you. I'm here to shield you in battle, shield you through life, shield you through whatever it is you're trying to go after. I'm hearing persevere, okay? Persevere. Jay, you have a beautiful energy. Thank you so much, Jay. I'm sending you love, hun. Thank you. I appreciate that. Whoa, you guys. Y'all got the death card coming out. But check this out. You guys have the opposite side, which is of rebirth. And what did I say you guys were? Didn't I say the lotus growing from the mud? This is the regular side. You guys got this side. And look what he's holding. A lotus. And she's over here doing dancer's pose and yoga. They're holding flowers. There's a skull. There's a raven on top of the skull. Some sort of like jar, elixir. The sun is rising again. This is a resurrection. This is a rebirth. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, you're coming out brand new again, reborn again. So no matter how, once again, I keep feeling called to say this and I feel called to like really exhale. So if you're watching this, just inhale with me for a second. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. Just breathe all that out. Because you guys are still here. You guys are resilient. You guys are powerful. You guys are strong. And there's a lot of good things on the opposite side of fear and on the opposite side of struggle. Your life will not be one of continuous struggle and pain. So you need to start speaking into your life and into your world ease and peace and growth and love and success. We learn and we grow from what we've been through, right? That's what creates the lotus, enlightenment. That's how you become enlightened, by going through I want to say, you know what I'm saying? What do we have here? Destiny. Thank you, Destiny 833 8 Mile. Thank you. Where did I get Green Mile from? What's Green Mile, y'all? What do we have here? Kiba. I wanted to see the other lives, but I only catch you up when I have insomnia. The time change between USA and Europe is tricky. I really hope you're happy. Thank you so much, babe. I appreciate you just being here and having insomnia. I am winning blessings. I'm sending you love. I am winning blessings to you. Colin, what's the topic of this pick a card? Missed the beginning. No worries, babe. This is just random messages you need to hear. Okay, just random messages. There's really no topic on this one. I just came through and we're intuitively seeing what needs to be heard for each option. We have 3 options. We're on rose quartz option 1. Okay, babe. Okay, so once again, you guys, a rebirth is here. Rest assured. You're coming out of this. And it's almost like a grand, they're saying like grand opening. Like, look at that. See how she's not yet to be seen? They saw her when she was like all like in the war, muddied up and dirty, but they haven't seen her now on her throne. They only see the back of her throne. They don't know what this looks like yet. And that's what they're saying. You need to keep it like that until you're ready to do your grand reveal, which is this. Okay, look at that. I like how my ring light is perfectly around that. You see that? Get out of your head. So yeah, I see you guys having enough to invest in yourself, invest into your stability, your home life, your structure. They're talking about keeping your life in balance. And at the other side of this, look at that. He's getting up. See, this card is the 5 of Cups, right? This is the sad side. This is where he's all sad and down, right? Green Mile was with Tom Hanks and Michael Clark Duncan. See, I don't know if I've ever seen it. So I wonder why that came through. Interesting. Maybe that's for somebody. But we have the Five of Cups here where the red rose is growing behind. Look at this red rose is growing from this, like, concrete. Like, look at that. That's some pretty hard surface. That's a hard, rough surface for a rose to grow in. You see that? Like, how does a rose grow there? There's no water. This is the size you got. Why am I getting Kiss from a Rose? Is it Kiss from a Rose by Seal? Do you guys know that song? It was in one of the Batman movies, I believe. I think it's a 90s Batman movie. You guys go listen to that song. Kiss from a Rose. Something about struggle, pain, growth, and triumph. This is like your story. This is a story. This is coming out of depression, coming out of darkness, coming out of the dark night of the soul that everyone talks about. You know what I mean? Jay, I'm a fantasy author. Ooh, I like that. Keep creating, babe. What do we have here? Keeb, I don't know what you said about Mile, but it reminded me of Eminem. That's what I've been talking about, the Eminem song. And then Colin, any advice for creating a tarot channel? Be consistent. Be authentically you and be consistent. Don't try to do anything that's like other people. Just shoot from the heart. Do something that's different and unique to you, and be consistent with posting, and your tribe will find you because you're in your authenticity and they'll align to you. And that's just on that. Don't do any comparisons. Don't worry about numbers. Just keep posting, be consistent, find your rhythm, and be authentically you. And that's that. Okay, boo. That's what it is, Colin, okay? But yeah, just keep creating, babe. So you guys, I definitely feel like the angels are telling you guys there's something good coming around the corner for you guys. Something good. It's almost like they don't want you to know yet. It's almost like a surprise, like a grand reveal. When you said Green Mile, I was thinking of 8 Mile the whole time. Thank you, Colin. Y'all know what I meant. But I always think that there's a reason why I make mistakes. So maybe there's a message in that movie, although I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it means, like what the main point of the movie is. Okay, let's see what's going on. Whoa, crown chakra. Dang. Oh, third eye chakra. But maybe crown chakra, because crown chakra and the third eye chakra also are connected to the lotus flower. Okay. You guys, I've been getting a real strong call towards blue lotus. You guys, if you've never heard of blue lotus flowers, go look up blue lotus flowers and see if you can find it near you. But blue lotus flowers, ancient Egyptians loved it. And I usually drink it in a tea form. Let's see what we have here. I tried to record a video too about a pick a card, but I tremble a lot when I speak and I'm super shy, so I gave up. Look, if you guys knew how many times I recorded myself when I was first starting, like I was like, okay, is this angle? And then I had this weird voice. I was like, hi guys, welcome to my pick a card reading. And all you can see is my hands. And it was just so awkward because I was trying to be acceptable. I thought I had to be like other people. I thought my angle had to be like other people. I thought my layout had to be like other people. Psh, no. Be you. We got enough people trying to be like other people. Repeating the same words. No. Using the same cards. Do you. Okay? And keep trying. If it's on your heart, try it again. Dust yourself off and try again. That is this. Dust yourself off and try again. Literally, Aaliyah. Dust yourself off and try again. Okay? What do we have here? Me too. That high-pitched voice that sounded so fake. Right. You got to come correct. Be yourself. Master. This is you guys mastering something. Your heart. Brave heart. Bold heart. That's what I'm hearing. Brave heart. And not Uchiwali Braveheart. This is just about you guys being brave, like being fierce, believing in yourself, okay? Oh my God, why does this make me, wait, isn't there a movie Braveheart with, don't tell me, Mel Gibson? Is it Mel Gibson that's Braveheart? Am I tripping, y'all? Why I'm seeing like a warrior, like a leader, you know what I mean? I've never even seen that movie, so the fact that I got a glimpse of him, that might be a message in that, okay? But Braveheart, this is giving I came out of the war. Why am I hearing Sparta? You guys, I love Spartacus. Like, there was a show called Spartacus, and it was so good. Rest in peace to the guy who played Spartacus. That man was acting while he had cancer. That man continued on the show while he had cancer. He stayed ripped and in shape for that. God bless his soul. That was a good show. But I'm getting Spartacus. Like, there's just a very fierce warrior energy here. It's not just masculine, it's feminine too. So this has no gender to it. This has to do with you guys being brave at heart and going after what it is you want, no matter what life has thrown at you. Okay? Look at that. What did I tell you guys? Crown chakra. I knew it was going to come out. I knew it was going to come out. The lotus. And then we have control. Look at her. She looks like she's draped in some sort of warrior robe, right? See, this right here, you guys are mastering different, I'm hearing levels. I don't know why I want to say opponents. Interesting. You guys are mastering different levels. You guys are the lotus flowers. You're the roses that grow from nothing, you know, and you become so beautiful and you bloom and you blossom. There's this victory story, this triumph story. Victory lap, Nipsey Hussle. That is what this is. Okay, at the bottom you have root chakra, base chakra. So this is that stability and structure that you guys are gaining for yourself. I'm getting more belief in self. Love thyself. Why am I getting Queen Afiwa's Sacred Woman book? That might be for someone. I don't know why, but that might be for someone. Let's look at the comments, Jay. Say you're the best. Your intuition is on point because you're authentically yourself. Thank you, babe. I try. I try to be, that's all I can be. Okay? I try to just stick to my lane. Nipsey even has a video about that where he's like, just stay in your lane. You know, just do what you're doing. Okay? And then keep it. Yeah, I saw it too, but I dropped the second season because Spartacus wasn't the same actor anymore and it felt wrong. Yep. But God bless him. But yeah, base chakra, crown chakra, third eye chakra, you guys are grounding these ideas. Remember, that's the first thing I said to you guys, grounding something. And that's what this is. So these ideas that you're being given, which could also be a representation of Archangel Uriel or Archangel Gabriel, maybe both. This enlightenment that you're receiving through your crown chakra, maybe even crown chakra. These visions that you're getting through your third eye chakra. It's destined. Like, it's, look at the circle. Why are they showing me this? See how the light is behind him? His heart. I don't know what that's about. They just took me out of what I was saying. Interesting. You have 3 sixes here. You have the 6 of Wands, 6 on the third eye chakra, 6 on the Master card. 6 is the number of harmony in the Lover's card as well, but 6 is also the number of mankind. You guys have 6, 7, 8 with control. Let go of what you can't control and focus on what you can control. And what you can control is your mentality. That's what I'm going to say to you guys. Okay, so you guys are my Nipsey Hussle pal. Straight up. I didn't think we were going to get a Nipsey pal in my live pick a card reading, but this is definitely my Nipsey pal, and I'm all here for it. So if you haven't seen my Nipsey pick a card readings, I have 2 of them. Go check that out and see if there's a message in it for you, because I'm strongly getting victory lap. I'm strongly getting his work ethic and all the ups and downs he went through. Go listen to Perfect Timing. That's been my song lately, but it really came through yesterday when I was running. He says, I know perfect timing seems like I'm too late, but I know I'm still great besides my mistakes, or something to that extent. And that's really this, is like, it doesn't matter what mistakes. I don't even think there's a such thing as mistakes. We're here to learn and grow. That's what we're here to do. That's what we've been incarnated here to do, is to learn and grow. So any little so-called hiccup or mistake is for your growth, for your ascension. With that being said here, you guys, I see you guys just growing through the pain of your past, growing through this world's chaos, growing through people trying to throw obstacles and hurdles in your path. I see you guys getting through it. I see you guys making it through. I don't know why I just heard like on your last penny, on your last dime, when the time is about to run out, who makes it? You. And it's because you aren't alone. Everything that you've gone through is to build you into this strong, fierce energy. Not everyone can take this pressure. It's giving diamond. Look up how diamonds are formed. Look up how pearls are formed. It's a diamond in the rough, a rose in the concrete. Tupac, right? The lotus that blooms in the darkest and like muddiest of energy. You come to the light. You blossom, you unfold, you bloom. Very powerful. Wow, I love this for you guys. So with that being said, you guys, what you've gone through is being acknowledged. Okay? Your guides and your angels are saying, we see you and we've seen you through it. This is also Phoenix. This is a Phoenix arising. She's the Phoenix. With all this fire in the death card, which is Scorpio, Scorpio's like the fire water sign. So for you guys that have these wands energy into the Scorpio, this is strong fire and then rebirth, because Scorpios represent the death and rebirth. This is about self-mastery. This is growth. This has to do with your soul contract. Your soul signed up for this. This is a part of your soul mission. It's like your soul is just accumulating points as it goes. Like, okay, we did that. We got through that. We made it. Okay? Let's see. And then I'm going to look at what you guys are saying down below. I feel like we need to get to this. What's going on? Dang, one already fell. What is it? Dignity. Dignity and grace. It says standing in your truth, loving yourself first, not compromising. You don't compromise for nothing. It makes me think of that Eartha Kitt video. She says compromise. Compromise for who? She says compromise. This gives Eartha Kitt vibes. Y'all, she was a Taurus. She's a badass. Very fierce and powerful woman. That is this energy. And ironically, I mentioned Batman earlier, but she was the original Catwoman. So I think that's interesting. So let's look at the messages. Jay, what's your astrology signs? I'm a Scorpio sun, Taurus moon, Virgo rising. What about you? Oh, you said it. You're Leo, sun, Gemini, moon, Sagittarius rising. I'm trying to go back and remember what you said. And what do we have here? Kiba, Tay, have you ever had contact with a spirit guide or angel? Of course. Kiba, what do you think I'm doing? Kiba. That's all I do. That's all I do, babe. That's all I do. Angela, a little late, but happy to catch another live. I watched the one from yesterday. Girl, what's up, Angela? New York in the house. Okay, what's up, Kiba? Yeah, everything resonates 100%. You're creepy as fuck. Thank you. I love that you think I'm creepy as fuck. I like that. I like that compliment. I'm creepy as fuck. No, seriously, I do. They used to call me Casper when I was a kid, but not for that reason. So I'm a weirdo. I love that. I want a shirt that says I'm creepy as fuck. Ashley, what's up? Ashley from Texas. What's up, Ashley? Welcome, babe. It's nice to have you here. What do we have? Kiba, yeah, everything resonates 100%. You're creepy as fuck for how accurate you are. I love that. No, I mean seeing them in a dream or hearing their voice. Of course. Oh, girl. Of course. That's what I'm saying. If I were to spend time, that's a whole nother video. Maybe I can talk about it after the pick a card reading. If I told you guys all the different experiences I've had that would be considered paranormal, I don't even believe in paranormal anymore. I just think that we are not tapped in. We need to get out of like the programming. I think everybody is gifted. I really do. Just from the things that I've seen, experienced, and heard, I'm like, oh no, like I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not. Okay. Ashley, I have some exciting news. Good for you, Ashley. Protect your excited news. Protect the goods, okay? Because not everybody wants everyone to have what's good. So protect your goals and your dreams and your ideas. Just being real. Kiba, wow, I wish I saw my guides too. I know I have two, thanks to tarot, but I wish to meet them. You just gotta, it's a frequency thing, babe. It's a frequency. You gotta keep in mind that tarot, this right here, it's just paper. Does that make sense? This is a card. No shade to it. It's a tool. Pay attention to that. It's paper, it's a tool, it's a card. So process that there's energy. There's a much bigger energy that is giving you the messages that you need to hear. That's why I tell people, like, you can go and get books to learn how to read tarot, but it's deeper than that. It's your intuition. It's you being in alignment with source, with your higher self, with your spiritual team to get the messages that you need to hear or share. Okay? And if you want to meet them, tune in and listen. Destiny 833, let's go. Big scorpion energy. On that note, let's get back to it. Let's see what's going on. All right, option 1. Dang, I love how they were like, okay. Closing, come to an end of a phase. Look at that. The conclusion of something, completing a cycle. Y'all, he's literally leaving a war. He left a war. He left a war. He left a war. He's coming out of it. Victorious. That's what I want to say. You know how like in the B.I.G. song is notorious? I want to say victorious we are. Like that, it's like the trumpet calls. You know, it's like the horn is playing. Like this is the grand finale is soon to happen. I don't know why I want to say it like that. The reveal is soon to happen. You know, like when they used to reveal old statues back in the day, I'm looking at how this statue is standing here. Like this it's like something is about to be revealed. Legends in the making is what I want to say. Legacy in the making. You guys, this is giving, you need to write a book about your story. Y'all need to start writing a book about your life right now. Where you currently are at, start vlogging. I don't know. Get what it is you've been through out there, because this is my Phoenix victory lap, pow. And if you ever needed inspiration, you need to go and just watch Nipsey Hussle. That's a perfect story of ups and downs to power, but not the wrong type of power, the good type of power, the power that you take and you use to help your community, to help others, to build a team, to build a legacy that keeps going even after you've ascended. That's this. Donald Jones, what's up, Donald? Hi, Tay, I like the mandala above you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've had it for a while and I was happy to hang it because my other picture kept falling down. So I thought like one of my spirit guides were like, nope, switch pictures. Literally, you guys, the picture that I had up fell down. Literally fell down. And I was like, okay. All right, maybe not that one. And then I had another one. Like if you guys go back in my videos, you'll see the creation of Adam. There's a painting, like a print of the creation of Adam that's been there ever since, well, before I was born. So the paint on my wall is actually like lighter and it's darker everywhere else because that picture's been there for over like 31 years. And so I moved it recently and put up the pictures that I wanted up because that was my mom's idea. So the pictures that you'll see up now are the ones that I'm kind of playing with the idea for the living room. I know that was like a long answer, but that's just the truth. But no, one of my spirit guides literally, I knew that was my spirit guide. They knocked that down. They say, yeah, that's cute. But no. Boop. So this one's the one that's staying right now. So I guess this is the one that they wanted up right now. But I need to repaint. So anyways. Colin, what's your advice on fear? Fear is false evidence appearing real. I feel like it could tie into the reading. Fear is an illusion. You know? That's where it's like, one, you have to process, why do you feel fear? And what is your fear towards? Does it have anything to do with your original programming, like something your parents may have instilled into you, maybe society? Is it a reasonable fear? You know what I'm saying? Like, could it be from a past life? Because sometimes people come into this world with like OCDs and trauma that's from like past lives. You know, things that they need to cleanse themselves from. But you have to process, what are you afraid of? And why? Is it afraid? Are you afraid of being seen? Are you afraid of being heard? Are you afraid of what people are going to think about you? Are you afraid to take a risk? Are you afraid of change? You know, there's so many different things that you have to kind of be mindful of. So you have to tune in and say, okay, one, what am I afraid of? Fear is usually something that you're afraid of happening that hasn't even happened yet. So it's like your brain getting like jumping the gun. It's like, oh, I assume this is what's going to happen. Hasn't even happened, but you're putting out into the universe that that's going to happen. So you have to you have to be in control over your fear. You wanted it to tie into the reading? There you go. You have to be a warrior, not a worrier. That's on that. Okay, so let's get back into it. Dang, I love that. I love you. You notice when I said let's get back into it, they're like, okay, one card. I love that. Courage. Oh, you were just talking about fear? Be courageous. Look, I can't even hold the card. Mirror. Look at that. She in her power. With her cheetah. That's a fierce energy right there. Cheetahs, panthers, jaguars. Look at that. There's nothing fearful about them. There's this quote that Nipsey has. He says, it used to be stay safe, now stay dangerous. Because ain't no point in playing defense. That's why I dove out off the deep end without a life jacket. Did you hear me? Did you just hear what I said? And we talked about taking that leap of faith. Trying out, going for that audition, going for it, getting out of your fear, getting out of your comfort zone and going for it. I had to blank some of those words. I do apologize. Anyways, courage, mental and moral strength to venture, withstand danger. Do you hear that? Withstand danger, difficulty, persevere. And I talked about perseverance earlier. I don't know, I just heard armored by light, armored by God. This is giving strong Archangel Michael energy, y'all. Strong. This is a warrior spirit. So a lot of you guys have warrior spirits that are with you. Some of you may actually have somewhat of an energy of a warrior spirit. What I mean by that is I've met people that I feel have like their soul may have had maybe past lives where they were warriors or soldiers, or maybe what they do in the higher realms, because they're always like it's weird. It's like a very militant kind of energy where it's just this very fierce energy. I've even met women like this. And usually they have a strong, fierce warrior spirit guide with them. And you can still pick up that energy. Archangel Michael don't play. You can't fix it if you can't face it. You gotta face it. You know what I mean? You can't let anything make you afraid. You have to face life. There's nothing that is, how do I say this? I want to say there's nothing too big for you to handle. Especially when you're tapped in and tuned in. When you know you're not alone, when you know you have guardian angels, archangels, ancestors, spirit guides, it doesn't matter what's happening in the world. When you come back to self, your higher self, you can get through anything. That's this. It's about training your mind. You guys, it's about training your mind, because they're showing me boot camp. They're literally showing me someone like in the mud, like crawling, like almost like a military boot camp. I wouldn't be shocked if, like, the replay, if anyone who's like a ex-vet, like an ex-military veteran, I wouldn't be shocked if somebody is watching this. I actually have someone in mind as I'm giving you guys this reading. It's very interesting. Shout out to him if he sees this. Yeah, like this is the warrior who had to train his mind. This is the discipline that goes into getting that's the one thing you have control over, is that brain. Get rid of fear. Be a warrior and not a worrier. Use your mind wisely. Okay? That's true power. But what's interesting, they want me to go back to this jaguar cheetah spirit, which I've mentioned in another live. This energy is a very fierce, protective energy. Okay? What's up, Lassie? Nice to see you again, babe. Spiritual warriors, we all are. Exactly. Precisely, right? Jay, inspirational tape. Thank you, babe. I said thank you. Thank you, babe. But these cats, what's so amazing about these wild cats, which is also quite intimidating about these cats. Some of you guys might have these as a spirit guide, whether it's a black jaguar, black panther, cheetah, jaguar, cougar, mountain lion. They can, not only can these suckers run extremely quick, they can climb. And just when you thought they were dangerous enough, they can swim. What's even worse is that they're so quiet. They move stealth-like. They see you long before you see them. And they pounce when they know the time is right. Perfect timing. Didn't I say that? Nipsey Hussle. They pounce when the time is right. They don't let anyone know. They're not like over in the corner saying, yeah, you see that deer over there? I'm going to get that deer. You don't hear them making noises and all that. They're over there in the bushes. They're over there quiet. They're looking at their target. They're just waiting for the right time. They're waiting. You know, this is strategy. It's chess, not checkers. This is strategy. They're waiting to go in for the kill. And then when they go in, it's going in quick. It's fierce. It's fast. And if by any means, if there's an obstacle, or if this, whatever they're hunting seems to somehow get out of their line of sight, or they can't get to it right away, they keep going. They got to climb and jump a tree. They don't do that. They need to jump into water. They don't do that too. Meaning that they don't give up. They're quick. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. They're quiet. You know what I mean? This is being adaptable, being fierce, being flexible, going after what it is you want. That is the spirit right here. That wildcat spirit. I don't know why I just heard Thundercat. Wildcat. That's some fierce energy right there. It's power. What do we have here in the comments? Kiba, yeah, you're so right. I always wanted to get into my soft girl era, but life made me tough and stoic. Soft girl era is being, how do I say this? Soft girl era, soft guy era is power. That means you have a healthy nervous system. You got to embrace all stages of life. Okay? There are stages of life where you're going to be more in a masculine energy to get things done and to come out of stagnancy, to come out of comfort zone. Then there's going to be a time where you're going to be more in a softer, more receptive, feminine energy of just receiving and resting. Some people have a hard time being, especially warriors. Sometimes they have a hard time being in a receptive feminine energy because they feel like they constantly have to be going and getting things done. But rest is productive. See, there's always a need for balance and moderation. Because on the other side of this is rest. okay? Lassie, hey Tay, thanks for your live. Thanks for being here, babe. All right, so let's get back into it. Oh, at the bottom of the deck, by the way, you guys, you had helpful people. Now, what I find interesting about this is that you guys had these two fellas over here. She's resurrected, and they're holding these flowers, leaving offerings. Actually, this makes me think of leaving offerings. Maybe some guys might feel called to leave offerings at your altar. But it says someone will be generous to you. People are willing to help. People want to help. People are willing to help. Accept help from others. See, that's that receptivity, soft girl life that you were just talking about. Be receptive to help, because sometimes help comes from mysterious people, mysterious places. Angels come in disguise, right? Amazing. That's what I'm gonna say. This is amazing. There's 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. Oh my God, the afterlife has shown up, and there's 3 here. Afterlife, blessings of a long life, death and rebirth, reincarnated. Reincarnated. I was stargazing, life goes on, I need all my babies. What? Okay, look here. Look here. We were just talking about that. I feel like that's where we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna get some oracle cards, some more oracle cards. Movement. Look at that. She's in her power. Advancing to the next level. Go forward despite challenges. See progress. Everything I've been saying. Boom. There you guys. You see it. You see it. What's the song? Who sings that where they're like, you see it? I know you see it. I know. Young Jock, you see it. Like any, many, miny, mo. How many from the club one go? I know you see it. There you go. I know you see it. There you go. I don't know why that just came through. Okay, afterlife, helpful people, help in the afterlife. Y'all got help here. Look up, like I said Blue Lotus. That's connected to the Ra, sun god Ra, and Osiris. Okay. What's interesting is I sometimes get mixed up the Eye of Ra and the Eye of Horus. I have to remember which side is which, but we have the eye here. Oh, I guess it was meant for me to pick that up, because look what's underneath it. Sands of time. We talked about perfect timing, and it says something reaching an end, which we already know. Someone slipping away, time is running out. Time is running in your favor. Yo. 8 Mile. It's the ends of the old cycle. You guys are coming into a victory. Look, we got transformation at the bottom. That's a wrap. It's a wrap. Undergoing a dramatic change. Separation from the old self, your old version of you. Dying to the false self. Woo! Reborn, Black Mamba, let's go. Cobra. That's another one. Get on your Kobe Bryant energy. Get into your power. Discipline. This is discipline of the mind. He was really great at disciplining his mind and training. That's what this is. Butter and jelly on my toast. Why does that sound so cool? Why does that feel like a song? But butter and jelly on my toast. That's how I'm going to say your name from now on. What a throwback, right? Like, where did that come from? Okay, Jay, it's 4 a.m. in London. I'm going to tune in next time. Blessings. I hope you feel amazing this week. Thank you, babe. Y'all, I'm going to try to come earlier, because it seems like when I go live, everyone is like, y'all, I'm trying to stay awake to see you, girl. So I'm going to try to go live. I need to take note that Kiba's in Europe. Jay is in Europe. So I need to be mindful that y'all are far. Everybody out there is far. I'm in the States. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I just come on here like all randomly, because every time I try to schedule it, I end up on CP time. So, but we here, okay? 0505 here. Ooh, 5 a.m. It's 5 a.m. there right now, honey. It's 5 a.m. I was like, what's the 05? Okay, babes. Let's wrap it up. I keep saying that. One card from the cannabis deck. Vision. Look at the masculine and feminine energies intertwining. The sun and moon. Eclipse energy, too. Look at that. See? This says vision. That's the third eye. Literally the third eye. So whatever vision you have, bring it to reality. Walking Bad Tarot, 8 p.m. in Cali. That's what's up. That's where I'm at right now. We on the same time wave right now, babe. I like that name. Is it I said Walking Bad Tarot, like it was like The Walking Dead. Waking Bad Tarot. That's pretty cool. That's a cool name. Sounds badass. Sounds like it needs to be on a leather jacket. Let's see what else you guys need to know. Oh my God. You guys, look at this deck. Warrior. It says, be fearless and stand strong. Oh, I hope you guys, those of you who left, I hope you come back and watch it because it was right there. This is the energy of your reading. And literally, guys, this card was just sitting up like that. I didn't even pay attention. So I'm guessing I may have used this in my last live and I just left it up. Well, there you go. I don't even want to touch it because I feel like that is like the message. Well, let's get one Archangel Michael card and leave it at that. All right, warriors. You guys, why am I hearing like, you know those old stadiums? It's 10:10 right now on my phone. That's a completion of cycles. Literally 10 likes right now and 10 people in the chat right now. If you haven't liked the live yet, go ahead and like. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Comment down below. You guys, what's interesting is they're making me think of a stadium. You know those old stadiums we were talking about Spartacus earlier? You know, in the stadiums, they'd be like, yelling and screaming. I'm getting that. And we still do that to this day when we go to like games. And it's weird. I'm getting like this roar, like the crouch roar. The deck has 50 cards and the one at the bottom is a warrior, literally. You think I'm creepy? You think I'm creepy? Let's see how creepy you think I am now. There you go. There you go. It says, have no fear. Have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Well, Jay, I hope you come back to see this message. Bingo. There you guys. Somebody brought up fear. I didn't bring up fear. Y'all brought up fear. What's even better is at the bottom, Archangel Michael is confirming something for you. Your loved ones are safe. Let go of your fear and worry for your loved ones. I am looking after them. Remember, we talked about being a warrior and not a warrior, right? So a warrior, but not a worrier, okay? So have no fear. Have no fear. Who says that? Isn't there a superhero that says, have no fear, so-and-so's here? Or something like that, 12-12. Who says that? Have no fear, so-and-so's here. I don't know. But look, since y'all on your Batman, Catwoman, Spartacus, Phoenix arising from the ashes energy. Superman, is it Superman? Look at that. Yeah, I love that. I love that for y'all. Well, this transformation is turning you guys into like a superhero. What is this? Have no fear. Underdog is here. Wow. The underdogs. That's what you guys are. The underdogs. Think about Eminem. I know for sure in that movie he was considered an underdog, right? Don't be afraid of being an underdog. Don't be afraid of not being seen. Think about it. Nipsey wasn't a mainstream artist. Let's be honest. Nipsey did a lot of work. He's been rapping for such a long time. Victory Lap was his first like main album, like mainstream work. Just saying. Sometimes it pays off to be the underdog. We all love the underdog. Let's be real. We don't like it when people get it too easy. When you watch a movie, you root for the underdog. Think about it. You're rooting for the person that people have given up on. The person who's been bullied, the person who's been abused, the person who had nothing. Literally, the rose that grew from the concrete, the diamond in the rough, the lotus in the mud. It's the climb, Miley Cyrus. That's who you're rooting for. You're right. My fear is to put myself out there and still not be seen. LOL, I'm working on it, though. Get out of that. Because what's crazy is the one thing that could take you to the next level of success, of financial stability, of joy, of having that partner, of having the right community around you is being seen and being heard. People got to know you exist. People got to know what you're about. People got to feel you. If you stay at home all day under a rock or under your shell, people don't know you exist. People don't know you're out there. Someone like you is out there. And yeah, there's going to be some weirdos. Yeah, there's going to be some haters, some naysayers, but you can't care about them. They're just projecting onto you. You just got to keep doing you. Bella, what's up, baby? Hi, Bella. You caught me live, girl. What's up? What's up? We're wrapping up option 1. Look, you getting out of your fear, you guys, is going to bring you freedom. It's going to free your mind. Free yourself. Lose yourself. Free yourself. Okay? Option 1, I'm going to get you. I didn't do this for the other lives. Like this Archangel Michael deck is more like a prayer deck, but I feel called to use it for you. Let's see what's shield yourself. I love this. I feel called to show this one to you. It says it's a prayer, okay? My prayer. Archangel Michael, I ask you to protect me, my loved ones, my vehicle, and my home with your powerful shield. Surround us in your purple light, which allows only pure love to penetrate. Please stay with me day and night and keep my loved ones safe. Okay? That's on that. Blue, purple, reds, greens. Those colors are standing out here as well as gold, okay? What do we have here? Destiny 833, when you were talking about courage, I was thinking about Courage, the Cowardly Dog. Yes. How he didn't want to save Muriel, but he did it out of love all the time. See? See? Oh, yes. Happy to see your live right in time. Yes. Yes, babe. We're about to go into option 2. I'm just getting the one more card. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is your life's purpose. So you guys are leading up into your life's purpose. Okay, see how this angel is holding the earth, this globe? It says, my prayer, Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so that I'm taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful meaning and meaningful career. You guys, this whole reading, we've reached the final point. This whole reading is about you coming out of your fear and your pain, getting over this obstacle of fear and depression and pain to get to your purpose, to align to your purpose. That's it. You removing this block, which is yourself. It's an illusion, okay? Fear is false evidence appearing real. This illusion so that you can align with your higher purpose, which could be to be seen, to be heard, for your life to be shared, your knowledge to be shared, your talents, your skills, abilities to be shared. That's on that. Be a warrior and not a worrier, and get out of fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Y'all just need to remember that. That's it. It's an illusion. Get out of your head, get into your heart, make shit shake. Make it happen. Make it happen, Captain. If you get an opportunity to try out, to do something, to go for, do it. if you don't make it, you can say, look, I got over my fear and I tried out. Look, I got over my fear and I asked. Look, I got over my fear and I spoke up for myself. That, like, the more you do that, the universe is like this. Like, yeah, rile them up. Yeah, get pumped up. That's the energy. Get pumped up. You think athletes, do you think football players and basketball players come out like this? Oh, I'm afraid. I don't know if we're going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to win. I don't know if I'm going to hurt myself. You think they start the game like that, shaking? Nah. What do football players and basketball players do? They usually listen to some music that's going to get them pumped up. They get riled up. Sometimes you even see them jump up, you know. They doing their thing. They staying zoned in, you know. Even when you see them come off the bus, sometimes when people are asking questions, they don't even answer. They're locked in. Headphones in. It's game time. You got to tap into that mentality, and that's why we got Kobe Bryant. That's the same energy as Nipsey. Lock in. Lock in. Kill the fear and lock in. Lock into your purpose. And if you don't know what your purpose is, you first need to get over your fears. Get out there into the world and see what it is you like and what you love. What are you naturally good at? What's calling to you? It can start so small and end up being something so big. Be present. There's no room for fear. Beyonce has a song where she says, my fears can't go where I'm headed. Had to cut them loose, break them loose, break the levee or something. I brought the flood on them. Yeah. The fears can't go where you're headed. There's no room for it. As well as fearful people. They got to go too. That's why you don't share your dreams and goals and stuff with people, because they're just gonna project their own fears onto it. So y'all need to be like the athletes. Think of it. Everything I'm saying has aligned perfectly. Take note, even if you need to come back to this reading and take note of the different things I mentioned so you can connect it together like puzzle pieces to process it. What do we have here? Kiba. What does it say? Bran, can a man still be brave if he's afraid? That is the only time a man can be brave, his father told him. Quote from the Game of Thrones book. See, there you go. I love Game of Thrones. That's perfect. The mother of dragons, right? All those characters dealt with some sort of fear. I have that deck. I have that tarot deck, by the way. They dealt with some sort of fear and made it through. That's why I like Arya so much. She was fierce. Arya was very fierce, and she had to go at it alone. Okay, what do we have? Butter and jelly on my toast. Is he looking for a maid? Baby, hire one. What? What is that? Is he looking for a maid? I don't even know what that's about, baby. Let's stay in alignment. Colin, thank you for the reading today. No worries, babe. Go after your dreams. All right? Let's wrap this up. Wrap it up. I'm going to put these cards up, but if I get messages as I'm putting the cards up, I'm going to let you know. Stay present. Honey, I don't know. That's why I be telling people, like, you know what? It's some weird energy. I just do me, baby. I try to answer as kind as I can. And then I'd be like, okay, do I need to be ready to block somebody? You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I try to wait to see, because sometimes I can misread things. You know what I mean? Bella, I miss when you add charms in the readings. Yeah, you know what? Y'all want some charms real quick for option one? I have them right here, but it's just, you guys aren't going to be able to see them. Yeah, a dude asked me that. These guys come into my lives and say the weirdest things. But it's not just my lives. They'll come into my emails and do stuff too. That's why, I don't know if you guys recall, I had to put an email out saying, like, don't send me nudes. Don't send me... You don't know me. Don't try to come to where I'm at. Yeah, y'all. They be weird. Some of them be weird. Some of them are nice. They don't mean any harm, but some of them are weird. So just keep in mind, it's a live platform and anyone could come in. So I might need to get a moderator at some point. Yeah, I've dealt with the stalker issues in the past. Okay. The thing with technology and social media, internet, is that you don't know who's watching you. You never really know who's watching you, right? So you just have to know that you're divinely protected and that I'm here to do what I'm supposed to be here to do, my purpose, and there's always going to be some sort of weird distraction in life, you know? And you just got to keep it moving. You can't let that stop you doing for what you're called to do. You know what I mean? If you watch my live from yesterday, I called one person out. That was kind of funny, though. It was weird. Like, you're 41 and being a creep. But, yeah. Yeah, it's not healthy. It's not healthy behavior. But I knew he was trying to get a reaction out of me, so that's why I was just like, I make money. If you guys go back to my video go back to the beginning of this video when he asked me, he said, do you like to cook or clean? I said, I like to make money. Then I asked him if he liked to cook and clean. Because I didn't know if he was, you know, trying to promote his services. If he's a chef or a maid. Why does it make me think of Jocelyn? I should have said, go home, maid. Maid. Do what you do best, maid. That's my toxic Scorpio. I love me some Puerto Rican princess. Jocelyn, do what you do best, maid. What did she say to Mimi? That's bad. Let me stop. I'm getting that. Puerto Rican princess. Okay. We have to stop normalizing this behavior. It's like being a woman and asking a man, can you repair a car? Can you fix water tubes, light bulbs? It's the same thing. Yeah, it is, but you know. Desi833, thank you for sharing your gift. Be safe and stay fabulous. Thank you, darling. Stay safe, stay fabulous, babe. And men like that are weird. They're looking for a mix between mom and cornstarch. Yep, that's precisely. Colin, I'm a Scorpio moon. Love Scorpio vibes. I love that. Y'all, I met a triple Scorpio at work. A triple Scorpio. I have to back up. When the person said that they have Scorpio as their big three, I did, dang. They were like, yeah. They knew. They were like this. I was like, you know what? You're just fierce. Powerful. You know, that's a bold chart to have. Your big three as Scorpio? What's crazy is they didn't give that vibe. Because you would think that they would have this broody kind of Scorpio intense nature. No, they seemed more like an earth sign. I was like, okay. Okay, y'all. I'm going to ring the bell, okay? We're going to reset the energy for option 2. Okay, so if you have headphones in, lower the volume. I don't want to scare you. Katy Perry has her top 3 as Scorpio. That makes sense why she made the song Dark Horse, which was literally like option 1. Dark Horse. That's giving that, okay? Even, what was her other one about aliens? That's giving Scorpio too. That makes sense. That makes sense, actually. Okay. All right, let's move on. All right, I'm about to ring this bell. Wait, where did I put my bell? There we go. Let's bring the Ganesha ET. Thank you. Here we go. There we go. Bjork too? Now that's giving Scorpio. She's so mysterious. And long standing, may I say. She's been around for a while. You know, she's got that staying power. Okay, let's get into it. Option 2. Option 2 you guys have. Was it Lapis? I think you guys are Lapis lazuli now. Very interesting. Let's see what's going on for option 2. There's humor here for option 2. Here's why. Because for some reason I'm hearing what it do, what it do. I don't know, I'm hearing that like someone's like, what's up? You guys remember what's up? Do you guys remember that? Are you guys too young for that? Do you guys know where I'm going with that? Does anyone know? Drop down below if you know where that's from. What's up? What's up? Who knows where that's from? I know someone's watching and saying, what am I watching? Who knows where that's from? We used to do that in school. In elementary school, we would literally do that all day, like, and just stick our tongue out and be like, we're just crazy kids. Who knows where that's from? Scary, exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Scary Movie, for those of you who don't know. But anyways, there was a time frame where this was very popular, and I mean, that Halloween was popping. Louise, you know what's up, right? I just said yes. There was a Halloween where that was popping, like everyone had that costume. And if you don't remember, the costume had like this little tube, and it had like a packet of blood, like fake blood. And I don't know if it filled the mask or something like that. It did something, but it was popular. Everyone had it. I know everyone in the hood had it anyways. But basically, we'd be at school and we'd be doing nothing, just like this. What's that? Just randomly in class. But anyways, I miss those days. Those were good times. We would actually answer the phone and just do that. Like, so that's a vibe. I don't know why I'm getting that. Scary Movie is here. I don't know why Scary Movie is here and why I'm getting this nostalgic energy, but I'm just getting that, okay? I'm also seeing Snoop Dogg, and they're showing me that movie actually creeped me out when I was a kid. What was that Snoop Dogg movie? It was creepy. What was it? It was like a B-list scary film with him. Was Pam Grier in that movie? Y'all, what was that movie? It had a dark energy to it. And I'm very, how do I say it? I'm very mindful of the horror genre. I love the horror film genre because I'm a Scorpio. My birthday's right after Halloween. Hello, I was almost born on Halloween. But there are certain movies where I can pick up on the energy and I'm like, I don't want that in my house. Just because I know like the energy is really dark and intense. But there are certain movies I could just pick up on. But that movie, it was dark, but I'm getting it for some reason. What is the name? It's the Snoop Dogg movie where he's evil or something. I don't know. I can't remember. Yes, I was born November 1st, darling. Sweet November. In Italy, we translated with Bella, which is a way to say, what's up? Whoa, and Bella's in the chat. Bella's in the chat. That's crazy. What is it? Devil by Night? Okay, I don't know who you are, honey. I don't know. And Christ by Day? What? Hi. Y'all, just keep in mind, I'm a little mindful of my chat area because be some interesting stuff happening. Let's see what's up. You guys, I feel called to mention this. Did you guys know what? I'm sure you know. But there's a I Know What You Did Last Summer remake, but it's not really a remake. It's a continuation. That was one of the first movies I had a nightmare about when I was a kid. That movie used to scare me, but I loved it all at the same time. See, no one remembers the name, but they remember like quick little visuals of it. Lassie, I remember Snoop Dogg wearing the black hat in that movie. Yeah. Bella, me wondering what POW to choose, but I will listen to Wild Vibe. Yo, someone just said your name, Bella. Okay? Louise, me too. Okay, so listen, let's get into it. When I was a little girl, I'm going to share this while we get the energy going with these cards. When I was a little girl, I had a dream, okay? The first scary movie, well, it wasn't even a scary movie. The first nightmare I ever had. Why did they say nightmare before Christmas? It's so weird. Oh, wow. In Italy, November 1st is Festa dei Morti, a holiday where people are supposed to take a break from work to go to the cemetery and give chrysanthemums to their loved ones. Thank you for sharing that, Kiva, because chrysanthemums, I think that's my flower, one. And hello, Scorpio. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I've always loved cemeteries, which is kind of interesting because if you watch my last live, I mentioned that my grandmother had a history of going to cemeteries. I did not know this grandmother of mine. This is my father's mother. Never got a chance to meet her, but apparently she was a witch. Anyways, a little flashback to my last life. But interestingly enough, my mom did not want me to be born on Halloween because her people are from the South and it's superstitious. You know, they're superstitious. So it was like, she cannot be born on Halloween. My grandmother is October 29th. Her mother didn't want her to be born on Halloween. So my mother's due date with me was actually October 17th. I was supposed to be a Libra. The due date was October 17th. And I said, oh, hell no. I know where I'm about to be again on Earth. I do not want to come out. They had to induce my mom. They had to suction my head out. Like, my nose is crooked because my mom had it like that. But anyways, they had to suction me out because I didn't want to come out and she was, tight. So they had to suction my head out. So I got a little lump on my head. I was like, damn it, y'all have messed up my head. My mom was like, I was trying to mold your head, girl. I was trying to mold your head and mold your nose. She was like, I thought you were going to need a nose job. She said, I'm going to have to save money to get my baby a nose job. I was like, oh my God. But I came out good. I came out right. But no, my mom went into Cedars-Sinai Hospital on Halloween day, the morning, because I was in there too long. I did not want to be here. I figured it out when I was in the womb. I was like, oh, they didn't set me up with another soul contract. Damn. I realized it when I was in the womb. I said, they about to put me back here on Earth again. Oh, hell no. Not up in here, no. So I must have been fighting up in there. I must have had my hands like up against her stomach, her womb out like Spider-Man. I was like, no, I'm not coming out. They got me out of there. So I was born, let's just say midnight. I'm not going to give my direct birth time. I was born at midnight. My mom was lucky. Because just I'm telling you, my mom got real lucky. I could have been a Halloween baby. So ironically, my dad was supposed to bring Kenny G, right? Like Kenny G's music, because the whole time, like when my mom was pregnant with me, she listened to Kenny G, Yanni, and Kenny G was played throughout this house so much that this is where it gets real interesting. Kenny G's wife was pregnant with her child and they were in the next room. And my mom was yelling at my dad, apparently, kind of arguing, because my mom was like, go back to the car and get the tape and play the music. So their son, Max, is born either Halloween, November 1st or November 2nd. He's either around, I don't know if he was on the same day as me, but I always will remember that. And then something that's this is a little bit of a darker twist to it. An actor that I felt really drawn to that my mom always wanted me to look up. There was this actor. She's like, I want you to look his work up. It's so sad that he passed away so early, but I want you to look him up. I think you'd really like him. And I was just like, oh, Mom, you're a teenager and you're like, whatever. I'll look this person up later. You know what I mean? Like, I'll look them up. She's like, Taylor, just look into him. You'll like him. He was such a good actor. He was so adorable. And I was like, Mom, whatever. This actor, I found out. And no lie, I felt so called to him at a certain point in my life that I started like looking up his work, his music. I could feel his energy. I was like, oh, I need to look into this dude. No lie. He passed away either October on Halloween or November 1st. He passed away at Cedars-Sinai. So it was either that he passed away and they brought him there, or he passed away at that hospital there. The exact year, October 31st, 1993 or November 1st, 1993. And that's River Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix's brother. River Phoenix is phenomenal. You see Leonardo DiCaprio? That is who Leonardo DiCaprio looks up to. That's who these actors look up to. Keanu Reeves was good friends with him. That actor. Look up River Phoenix. Please, if you guys don't know who that is, give his spirit some love by looking into his work. Do that. I'm so serious. Like, that's not even, that's respect to a passed on person. Like, he was deep. Okay, so I've had some weird little things around my birthday, but let's go back to what you guys are saying. Let's get back into the humor of it all. Which, by the way, Joaquin Phoenix ended up being one of the actors that I really like. Ironically, he's really great at what he does. Anyways, let's go back. Tales from the Hood. That's it right there. Tales from the Hood. Kiba, to us, it's the day where the line is thin between life and death. Well, Day of the Dead is November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, right, y'all? Well, is it Halloween November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd? Or 2nd? So is it shocking that I'm a medium? And who am I really? I was born on a portal. And actually, people don't want to give birth on November 1st in Italy. See? I like being the black cat. Wow, same in Italy, but November 1st instead of Halloween for your grandma. See? Angela, you said I'll do anything to not be a Libra. That's what I had said. I said, balance, fairness, justice? What? Man, give me rebirth, death, phoenix, fire, ashes, fierce. You know, I wanted that intensity. That's what I'm guessing, but I still had that Libra Venus. So I was like, I'm gonna get the Venetian placements anyway, but I was born to be a badass. All right, and defiant. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I was very Scorpio-like when I was a child. Very Scorpio. Edgy. Bella Angela's so funny. Kiba crazy. Kiba, in Italy, we say that you cannot give birth to a child on November 1st because the spirit of a dead person that day is waiting to merge into the child. Because that day a portal opens. Yes! That's precisely what it is. I think it is, babe. I think that may be true. Lastly, girls in high school cried for days when he died. Rest in peace to him. River Phoenix. Yeah, that was a soul that had. I definitely feel like he came here. He did what he was supposed to do, but I felt like he had some more to do. Very powerful. Look up Alika's Attic. That's his band with his sister. Okay. Oh, River. Okay, let's see what's going on. See what's going on. Option 2. We got an edgy, dark sense of humor vibe going on. What's happening here? We talked about Halloween. Oh, back to I Know What You Did Last Summer. Hello. See, I got sidetracked. Bear with me, you guys. If you're here for option 2, we're here for the vibes, right? Like, be present. Like, just bear with me. Everything has its reason in my lives, as you guys see. Like, everything goes full circle. But it may have enhanced my gifts. Like, who am I really? Sometimes I think I'm a Gemini because I'm like, it's like 2 of me. It's like each time I evolve or go through some sort of rebirth, I end up accumulating more energy. Anyways, back to I Know What You Did Last Summer. So that wasn't my first, like, nightmare. My first nightmare was, y'all gonna laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Do laugh. Don't laugh, but do laugh. Don't laugh. You guys remember Alice in Wonderland? You guys remember that cat from Alice in Wonderland? That cat scared the hell out of me. I still don't like that cat to this day. If I see that cat, I can't look at it too long. I don't like that cat. Kiba, you don't like that cat either. There is something. Was that cat evil in the movie? I can't even remember the movie. I refuse to go back and watch Alice in Wonderland because the cat is creepy. There's like 4 different Alice in Wonderland tarot decks, and they look so cool. And I'm like, I want it, but I'm like, you're gonna have to watch the movie to process what the cards mean, and you're afraid of that cat. I don't like the cat. So that cat instilled a fear of cats. Like, I didn't like cats because of that movie. Okay? So one of my first nightmares, I was locked in a dark room. And I do mean a dark room. And there were a bunch of cats, and all I could see were their eyes. And I saw that cat somewhere in the middle, somewhere in there, like in the dream. But I was locked in a dark room full of cats. So, y'all, I was afraid of cats when I was a little girl. And no lie, cats used to come to my backyard door and just sit there. And I mean, cats would always guard this house. It was very interesting, but I was afraid of them. Then my cousin ended up marrying this Egyptian woman, and they had this big cat called Anthony. And I do mean it was a fat cat. This is a big cat. And I was a little girl, and we were eating at her parents' dinner table, and I felt something touching me. And it was Anthony. It was a cat underneath, and I screamed. Like, y'all. Then my mom's friend, she had cats, and her cats were darn near like human. Like, one cat tried to flirt with my mom, and yes, I do mean flirt with my mom. Cats are very intelligent. It's creepy. And I'm telling you, cats have always been very like, whoa. But then my dear friend came to me. Ding, ding. Bastet. And then I got over my fear of cats, and I love them now. I love cats now. I really do. So, thanks to Bastet for setting it right. So I love black cats specifically, and they usually visit me often. Love cats. Cats are amazing. It's a shame that Alice in Wonderland did that. But cats are amazing, and I no longer am afraid of them. I actually talk to them. I like them a lot. And I get mad at Harlow when she wants to scare them away. So that's my story on cats. My second, this might be my second one, but I know what you did last summer. I had a dream or nightmare that the guy in the black hat, the black hood, was chasing me around my backyard. It's because I had watched the movie at my tia's house, at my aunt's house, and I had fell asleep. And I had a dream when I was a little girl that it was chasing me throughout the house. But ironically, it became my favorite horror, scary movie because it had Brandy in it. Jennifer Love Hewitt. I always loved Jennifer Love Hewitt. It had Freddie Prinze Jr. I had a crush on him. And Brandy's in it. So just as a little girl, I loved that movie. That was my favorite one. And the original one had Sarah Michelle Gellar in it. I love me some Sarah Michelle Gellar. So those movies were my favorite, so I need to see the new one. Okay, so that was where I was trying to get you guys. That was I don't know why I need to explain that. When I was talking about scary movie, I need to get to that point, okay? But one more one that they're telling me to remind you guys of. You guys remember Chucky? You guys remember the little doll, Chucky? You want to talk about scaring the heck out of me? Chucky scared the heck out of me. More than the cats. Okay? That one right there, this is how messed up it was. My sisters, because my sisters and my brothers have different moms, okay? I have 3 siblings that have one mom and 1 sibling has another mom, okay? They're older than me. So my mom and dad would take me over to their house to visit them. My sisters, they were playing, okay, first they were playing with me. Just hear me out. There's a reason why I'm telling you guys this. They were playing with me, and they were having me dressed I think they were having me dressed like Tupac or somebody like that. They put a scarf on me, and they were just playing with me as a kid, right? But they locked me in a room, turned the lights out, and said Chucky was in the room. Similar to my dream with the cats. They locked me in the room, it was dark, and said that Chucky was in the room. And I was scared, okay? But my sister's nickname for me was Chucky Ann. So that's one of my childhood nicknames is Chucky Ann. I know. She said that I was evil as a kid and that I was bad. So she locked me in a room and said Chucky was in there since I'm Chucky Ann. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting that would be one of my nicknames, and I'm born right after Halloween. I don't think I wasn't evil. I was intense, but I wasn't evil. Okay? I think the idea of an evil dog is very scary, but honestly, clowns are worse. Clowns are worse. Although I do like Bill Skarsgård as it. Okay, we're having a horror film talk. What's up with this? Bill Skarsgård does horror well, but I hope he doesn't get typecasted, you know? Yeah, anybody who's known me as a kid knows that I had a fear of Chucky. So, and that, yeah, I remember when they started bringing the Chucky dolls back. One of my cousins joked and said that they should get it for me. I was like, don't you do that. Don't do that. But yeah, I'm Chucky Ann. Only my big sister calls me that. Chucky Ann. Because apparently I was mean as a kid. Chucky Ann. All right, so what is this? We got nostalgia and horror and childhood. That's option 2. You're starting off with that. Okay, so option 2, let's see what's going on. This is funny. It's silly. It's nostalgic. 2. Well, let's start it here. I'm going to restart it for you guys, just in case some of y'all are like, I don't want to hear all that. You know, somebody is like, I ain't trying to hear all that. Where is the timestamps? Man, we get the 4 of Swords coming out when I was talking to y'all about nightmares. But he's not sleeping at night. This is sleeping. He's sleeping and there's a fire going on in the background. He don't even care. Look at that. He's like, oh, I'm just nodding off. He looks like he's supposed to be the gatekeeper. He's supposed to be the guardsman, and he's sleeping while something big is popping off. That's a damn shame. You tell somebody to be on the lookout and they fall asleep in the car. Whoa! Knight of Pentacles. Okay, where is this going? This is interesting. Are some of you guys in film? Some of you guys like horror films? What is this? What's happening right now? I'm getting writer energy. I'm getting like creative writing, but with humor. That's who they're showing me. Key and Peele. Like, how do you jump? I just heard, how do you jump from comedy to horror? Comedy to horror. If you think about Scary Movie, has not Scorpio coming out again. The death card comes out again for us. Well, we're talking about Halloween and all that. By the way, my favorite Halloween movie ever, because I gave you all the ones that scare me, but if you want to know my favorite villain is Michael Myers. It's ritual and routine that my mom and I would stay up all Halloween and Halloween week, but all Halloween day and watch Halloween movies. Because she programmed me to like those movies. She liked horror movies. And let's just say that was my favorite. I like that movie. I like Michael Myers so much that, and it scares me. But I know the difference between the mask, but that's probably more the visual art side of things. My favorite Michael Myers mask, I would say, I think it's the one, is that the 5th one? I think it's H2O. I think it's the one with LL Cool J. That Michael Myers, that the stuntman they had playing that one, he was bad. You know how he did that one, that arm lift? You know, he put his hand up and he lifted himself like that slowly and slowly dropped his. Does anyone know the scene that I'm talking about where he pulled himself up and he slowly dropped down? That was a bad scene. And that mask was perfectly fit. That was a nice mask because they change masks every movie to fit the actors, right? That mask was well done. See, I pay attention. I pay attention to all the details, but he was bad. That one had me shook it. I was like, oh, they got an inmate. They got a prison Michael Myers because the way he I said, oh, damn, he been working out in the courtyard, y'all. He been working out. Y'all better run. Run, LL, run. Jamie, run for your life, girl. what I loved about that one so much, I think that's the 5th one. What I love so much about that one is I don't know if y'all knew this. Jamie Lee Curtis's mother is in that film. Jamie Lee Curtis's mom is a woman from Psycho. One of the original like horror films. You know what I mean? That's a big deal. They gave like a shout out. They're basically like giving respect and homage to original, like one of the original scary movies. She was in that film with her daughter, who was in the original Halloween. She's been in almost all the Halloweens. When the Halloween movies got to the 90s and late 80s and 90s, it got a little haywire and ridiculous. But they tried to get it back on path with Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm telling you guys, like, I could talk about Halloween all day. Let me stop. Back to the reading option 2. What is this? We have Scorpio death energy here, rebirth. No, maybe that's what it is. Michael Myers doesn't die. Rebirth. He doesn't die. Scream doesn't die. They just keep repeating the same movies over and over. That is what this is about. It's like on repeat, on repeat. Did they ever do a Chucky remake, you guys? That's a serious question. Did they ever do a Chucky remake? Because all the movies I've mentioned to you, that's the one thing that they have in common is that they've been remade. Like there's been new versions. Sequels. There's something about that. Cycles. That's what this is representing, cycles. Oh my God. Speaking of scary films, I remember my mom and we went to see Freddy vs. Jason in the movie theaters. Why was there no one in the movie theaters? There was no one. I said, Mom, this is eerie as heck. I was a little girl. I wanted to see because Kelly Rowland was in it. And y'all, we were in there like this. This is weird. This is creepy. Freddy Krueger was the one I was afraid of too. That's the one that I can't sit through and watch Freddy Krueger. I cannot. It scares me. Although, what's his name? He's phenomenal. He needs his roses and his flowers while he's here because he's still around. And he's held that role down for decades. Oh my God, how am I blanking on his name? I'm blanking on his name. Oh my God, this is so bad. I'm seeing him, but I'm not getting his name. The gentleman who plays Freddy Krueger. Oh my God. I'm going to be so mad if someone tells me. I'm impressed and I respect him, but that one scares me. You said, I watched and saw and said, nope, yeah, no. Oh my God, I didn't like Freddy Krueger so much that, you guys, hot topic, I had ordered a bunch of Michael Myers, like sweatshirts and Michael Jackson Thriller sweatshirts for Halloween ones, right? They accidentally sent me a Freddy Krueger Nightmare Before, what was it? Nightmare on Elm Street, right? Why do I keep wanting to say Nightmare Before Christmas? What is up with that? Nightmare on Elm Street, right? They sent me a sweatshirt. Frederick Charles? That doesn't sound right. I don't think that's him. That's not the name. I feel like I'll know it when I hear it. That's not the name. But they sent me a free well, what it is they messed up with my order. I asked for Halloween, like 2 Halloween or 3 Halloween sweatshirts, and they sent me a Freddy Krueger one. I reached out to them and said, I want to send this back to y'all. That's how much. I said, I don't want this in my, I don't want to wear this. I'm not wearing this. I said, I want to send this back to y'all. And they said, no, keep it. We're so sorry. We're going to send you the Halloween one. We're so sorry we made a mistake with your order. I was like, okay, hot topic. Y'all got good customer service, but I don't want the sweatshirt. Y'all can take it. I'm afraid of it. And the lady started laughing. I said, I do not want this sweatshirt. I kept it though. Silly. But I kept it. When I got it in the mail, I knew my spirit guides were messing with me. I knew. I was like, Mom, is this you messing with me? Robert England. Boom. That's him. That is the original Freddy Krueger. He's a phenomenal actor. But yeah, no, seriously, guys, like I actually jumped back from the box and I looked at it and I said, y'all got to be kidding me. I was talking to my spirit guys. I was like, y'all messing with me. Y'all got to be kidding me. And I was like, this must have been my mother. This must have been my mother doing this, messing with me. Because Michael Myers is Michael Jackson. And then you throw in Freddy Krueger. Like, only she would know to F with me like that. So I thought it was her laughing from the heavens. So sequels, horror films, movies, there's something about this. Yeah, my mom was silly. She would mess with me like that. So... All right, let's see what's going on. Why are we talking about horror films? What is happening? This doesn't feel like a pick a card reading. Let's get back into the reading. We're talking about film. Maybe someone does something with special effects. I don't know. I'm getting that CGI. I don't know. I'm getting CGI, film, writing, creative writing. What do they call them? Maybe someone does makeup within film. Costume design. I'm gonna tell you guys one more last story, very quick. My mom's nephew, who she grew up with, who's more like a brother to her, he owns a mortuary home, okay? Hear me out. Gemini-ish. Right? He loved horror films, but his favorite was Michael Myers. So you see where this is going. My mom, this comes from my mom's youth with her cousin, well, with her nephew, I mean, who's my cousin. But they grew up together. We went to visit him in Louisiana because he lives in Louisiana. And when I was a little girl, I slept in the room with his daughter. He's a diehard Michael Myers fan. Okay, this man has a statue of Michael Myers, like diehard. At night, we were getting ready to go to sleep, and that doorknob moved slowly. He was fucking with us. Trying to scare us. My family's crazy, I'm telling you, like, we're silly and we're goofy, but he was trying to scare us to this day. And I was like, I know he did that. So when I said, he was like, we can do it. No, what? No, I wasn't there. I was like, Mom, I'm telling you, the doorknob moved. I'm telling you. Oh my God. So I'm telling you, like, because I think they saw the original Michael Myers film together in like this, was it the 70s or 80s? It was like the mid to late 70s. They saw it together in I think when they were young, I think. So it's significant. Yeah, I will never forget him doing that. I was like, I know he did that. But then he acted like he didn't. And it made you, like, that was the ultimate manipulation for a kid. It's like, what do you mean you didn't do it? He's like, I never left. I was asleep. What are you talking about? And I'm like, we saw that doorknob move. Somebody did that. Like, he would be the one to do that. Justice card. Geminis are scary. Don't ever play a bad prank. Don't ever try to get a Gemini. Don't do that. Because they like to scare people. Brandy, what's up? Hey girl, hey. We're talking about scary films. I don't know why horror films are coming up, but we're on option 2, okay? We're gonna get into this reading. I'm just trying to see how this fits. The Emperor. Y'all, we got some powerful cards out here. 10 of Cups. I know this is going to sound really interesting. We're doing a big switch. I don't know why the horror film stuff is coming up. This could be symbolic of someone that you're going to meet. Maybe this person likes stuff like this. Maybe they work in the field of this. I don't know. But this reading just took a huge jump. This feels more like a love reading, y'all. I know. Maybe y'all going to be the bride of Chucky. I don't know. Because I don't know where this fits in. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know how love fits into this. I don't know. But love is here. In the midst of all this scary, like, horror talk and films and all this, there's love. There's love here. If I want to take it there, it's just because I'm trying to figure out how this correlates. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Whoa. And Brandy, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Hold on, Harlow's growling. You guys, give me a second. Harlow was just growling. I don't know what at, though. She came... And it wasn't like a big growl. It was more like a... She was trying to get my attention. Okay, I don't know what she's doing. You guys, Harlow goes inside and out. So you guys, I'm by the backyard door, so you're going to hear her go back and forth. But sometimes she'll come over and whine and hum, or she'll growl. She doesn't make a lot of noise, but when she does, it puts me at attention. Even if it's so silent, because I'm like, are you not feeling good? What's wrong, baby? Like, what's going on? But I need to pay attention to make sure she's good. What is that monster that Bella just put into the chat? That's weird looking. And then we have Kiba. I'm actually working on a script for a video game, which is a dating simulator that turns into a crazy, gory story. I'm missing a programmer to help me build the rest of the game. It's you, Kiba. Kiba, get out the chat. I'm reading you, Kiba. No, I'm with you. I'm like, how do we go into a love story and get in? How do we get into a scary movie? Y'all, I don't know how we get there, but no, anyway, Sarah Michelle Gellar. But I don't know why they were showing me Brandy. Sarah Michelle Gellar is married to Freddie Prinze Jr. in real life. So the fact that they were in that movie together, I don't know if that's how they met. Y'all, I don't know why Harlow's trying to get my attention, y'all. It's like she's looking at me and whining. It's weird. But, that's odd. Got a little eerie. But anyways, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Freddie Prinze Jr. are, they've been married for decades, y'all. And they are both in I Know What You Did Last Summer. So I don't know if that is meaningful. I don't know why there's love here in the midst of all of this. Ha ha ha. Yes, I'm even shocked with this emoji, haha, matching the horror topic right now. Yeah, that emoji is creepy looking, to be honest with you. That's all I was like, what is that monster you're dropping down below? Okay, so anyways, we have the Four of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Death card, but the rebirth side of it, we have the Magician here, which represents Gemini. So we have Scorpio and Gemini back to back, which is very interesting since I just mentioned all that. We have Libra here with its face turned. We have Lovers here, which is Gemini, heavy on the Gemini energy. King of Cups with his back turned, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Big Emperor here with Aries. So darker, edgier energy vibe person. This is like a, I don't know why they're making me like a just for a stereotype kind of energy, like a biker. They're showing me James Dean, but not quite. James Dean was still kind of like the good bad boy. Rest in peace to James Dean. Another cool individual that you guys should look into. But what's interesting is, I want to say rebel with the cause. This is my rebel with the cause option. I've had this energy come up before in a reading. Rebel with the cause. Have you guys ever seen Breakfast Club with, God darn it. Why do I always mess up this man's name? Molly Ringwald and, is it Judd? Is it Christian? I can't remember. But anyways, he was called Bender. I'm thinking about that stereotypical character in a film that is like the underdog with bad boy energy, edgy energy. I don't know. It's something like that. Like he's the bad boy. He's the bad boy. I don't know why it's my rebel with I don't know. It's just this rebellious energy. It's also giving me Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We just mentioned Sarah Michelle Gellar, aka Buffy. Hi, Rosemary. Welcome, babe. It's also making me think of Billy Idol, who I think they kind of created Spike to look similar to, like a 90s Billy Idol. because I'm hearing Billy Idol. It's a nice day to start again. It's a nice day for white wedding. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting Billy Idol here. Hey, little sister, what have you done? Yeah, hey, little sister, who's the only one? Hey, little sister, shotgun, something. Hey, little sister, who's your Superman or something? Hey, little sister, shotgun. It's a nice day to start again. It's a nice day for white wedding. He was bad. Yo, there's something about the 70s, the 80s in this reading. Cult classics, edgy energy. I may be picking up on a vibe from a person. Like, this could be an individual that you guys are going to meet. It could be as simple as this person's either born in the 70s, 80s. Maybe it's something that they used to watch when they were a kid, something that was around them. Like, when you get to meet someone, they start talking to you about their childhood and they share these different things. Now my stomach's growling. Y'all might hear my stomach growl. There is something interesting here that I can't quite put my finger on. The things that you're into, or the things that I don't know, it feels like somehow either the things you're into or things you experience in your childhood, you're going to meet somebody that matches that. I don't know how to explain it. So, you ever seen those couples where they have those weird quirks together? Like, they like something that's quirky, their partner likes something that's quirky. And you're like, man, they met their person. You know, they actually met their person. No shade, no judgment. But you know how you see people who have like a bunch of horror film tattoos on them, like, and they meet somebody who has the same, and it's just like, you, and they're together. You know what I mean? Or meeting someone who loves to go to Comic-Con, or meeting someone who's always in cosplay. I just sprayed as I said that. Someone who likes to dress up for cosplay, and then they meet their person who likes to dress up for cosplay. And it's like, oh, two weirdos together. Not saying that those things are weird, but imagine like you're a hip-hop head, right? And you love hip-hop, and you know everything about hip-hop, or you're into rap. And then you meet somebody who's just as equally into rap as you. And then you guys are like, my person. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know. It's something like that. Like, meeting someone who you can be nostalgic with, reminisce with. You guys have your own little thing that you like to do. Or meeting, for example, here's another one. My family loved wrestling. I don't know why, but wrestling, right? It was big. Imagine you love wrestling, right? And you meet somebody who loves wrestling like you. And you guys go to the WWE wrestling matches. You know what I mean? Like, you have the belts together. Like, it's just, this is that. Or you're a sneakerhead. You meet somebody else who's a sneakerhead. Just when you thought your collection was the ish, theirs is better. It's something like, this is that. It's like, I don't know. It's like when you meet your best friend. You know when you're watching a movie, you see a movie and it's like these two kids meet each other, and finally, like the two underdog, isolated kids, like they like the same thing. That's what this is giving. You know how kids would bond over the most simplest things, like folders. Oh, you have a peachy folder? I have a peachy folder. Who knows about peachy folders? Wink, wink. It's that. Oh, you have a Lisa Frank folder? I have a Lisa Frank folder. Like, it's, you like Lisa? Yeah, I love Lisa Frank. They would bond over the most simplest things. For some reason, this energy here is a bit of childlike energy, but it's also a bit rebellious. And I don't know what to make of it quite yet, because it feels like you meet someone who matches something within you. Even though there could be some differences. Because originally I started off with The Breakfast Club, which made me think of Bender. Bender was very different from Molly Ringwald's character. She was a rich, privileged girl who was cool, but she was still innocent. Was probably trying to hide that and try to act like the cool girl, right? She was a rich girl, but her parents didn't spend time with her. So in a way, she was somewhat isolated and alone. They gave her money. They gave her gifts. go about your business, right? Bender, on the other hand, was poor and was getting his ass beat at home by his dad, and he was kind of isolated and abandoned, right? But in a different energy. And then they came together. So, you guys, your movie is The Breakfast Club, and I can't help but to mention that in this pile, I strongly feel my mother's energy, because everything I'm mentioning is like, so my mom, it's crazy. So maybe someone's connecting with a mother figure. Maybe you guys have a mother guardian angel with you, or like a aunt or a grandmother. Maybe all of the above, because I have to be authentic with you guys, and I can't help but to say my mom is heavy in this right now. Everything from the music to everything I'm mentioning to you guys. When you mentioned James Dean, Lana Del Rey came to mind with the blue jeans. Yeah. White shirt, walked into the room. You know, you made my eyes burn. It was like James Dean. For sure. You're so fresh to death, boy. It's something, sick as cancer or something. You were sort of punk rock. I grew up on hip hop, but you fit me better than my favorite sweater. And I know that love is mean and love hurts, but I still remember that day we met in December. Oh, baby, I will love you till the end of time. Thank you, Kiba. Thank you. See, this is why I like lives. I will love you to the end of time. Death and rebirth card and the lover's card. You were sort of punk rock. Oh my God. We're mentioning James Dean. I mentioned Eartha Kitt in option 1. Those two were friends, y'all. They were friends. She taught him how to dance. She warned him to not get in that car because Miss Eartha Kitt had some gifts, honey. She felt that he shouldn't have gotten in that car. She warned him. She warned him, told him not to get in that car. But he did it anyways. James Dean was also an isolated individual. Like he went through a lot. So once again, here we go. Even back to River Phoenix. He went through a lot. You were sort of punk rock. I grew up on hip hop, but you fit me better than my favorite sweater. And I know. Meeting someone who is a lot like you, but it's different. They may seem different on the outside, but they are a lot like you. And you guys are going to share some of those similar quirks together. That is interesting. Baby, I will love you till... She still... up until her passing, she talked about how much she loved James Dean. They were good friends. There's something... I'm telling you guys, this is deep. Thank you, Kiba, for dropping that song. Actually, in the first group, there was a warrior underdog, and now here's a rebel underdog. Feels like a continuation, the underdog. This is going to be the underdog picker card reading. This is interesting. Thank you, Kiba. Feels like a kind of continuation of two people that had a similar experience, and they got over it differently. Right. Maybe some similar things happened to them, but they're different type of lifestyles or different backgrounds. Like, two different worlds, but yet the same. You know? Because this here... it's very interesting. Decoding this one is tricky. This is probably one of the trickiest readings I've had to do because they give us so much nostalgic energy. Scary movies and nostalgia and all of that. And it feels like we were bonding for a minute, you guys. Just to get here. Go watch Breakfast Club, you guys. Please. If you guys are tuning into option 2, your movie is The Breakfast Club. Don't You Forget About Me. That's your song. Don't You Forget About Me. I want to give... okay. I have 8 people watching right now. And I know people are going to replay this. This is tricky because I want to say what happens at the end, but have you guys all seen this movie? Just from those of you who are in my live, have you seen Breakfast Club? Have you seen the movie? Because everyone in that movie, the kids, they were basically, what do they call it? Why do I want to say timeout? Not timeout. They had detention, basically. They had to stay, was it summer school or whatever? See, I can't give it away because Brandy hasn't seen it. Brandy, you gotta see it. Kiba, no, but to me, it's okay. No, Kiba. I cannot spoil a John Hughes film. I cannot do that to John Hughes. John Hughes, legendary John Hughes, rest in peace. I cannot do that. No, you have to. The Breakfast Club is such an iconic film. These kids, I don't know if it was like summer school or I think it was detention. It was detention, but anyways, they were all so different, but they found out that they had so much in common. They were all so different. You had the nerd whose parents were on him about being perfect. He was an A+ student. You had the outcast, rebellious girl who was kind of gothic and grunge, but weird. And then you had, of course, Bender, the bad boy who didn't listen to anybody, who was kind of, you know, probably doing illegal things. You had the jock. I can't remember his name, but he was the jock, the athlete. You know what I mean? The cool boy. Then you have Molly Ringwald's character, Claire, the rich cool girl, but she's pristine and privileged. Like Recess. Yeah, what was her name? What is her name? The one with the beanie and the biker jacket. And then you had the a-hole principal. You guys, the principal and Bender, like, just those scenes alone are deep. Okay, so please go watch it because it's deep. It's good. And what I'm going to say is don't you forget about me. And what's crazy is at the end, one of the characters does this. At the end, okay? This magician is making me think of that. I don't know why, but I'm telling you, I want to, oh my God, I want to share it. Let's just say, I think you guys are going to meet someone that has grit to them, or you have grit to you. I don't know. It's like you're going to meet someone and you're maybe outside circumstances may be like, I don't know about this person. Like, this person doesn't match me. That's why they say don't judge a book by its cover. They could even look at you like, oh yeah, that person, no. But somehow you guys end up talking, and then you realize we're more alike than we are different. How do we just like click like that? Check this out. I'm gonna give you another movie that they're telling me to share with you guys. This one, I hope y'all, if you guys haven't seen this one, A Walk to Remember. Please tell me you guys have seen that. Drop down below. I have 10 people watching right now. A Walk to Remember. Who has seen A Walk to Remember? Please tell me you've seen this movie. Okay, I need everybody. Shane West, Mandy Moore. All right now. When I talk about nostalgia, that was my mom and I's favorite movie to watch, our favorite love movie to watch together when I was a little girl. I don't know why. You remember, you guys, I told you I was gifted as a kid. For some reason, I wanted to see that movie when I was a child. And my mom was like, she talked to one of her friends. She was like, Taylor wants to see this movie. Did you see this movie? Is it PG-13? Like, what was going on in the movie? Because I was young. I was a little girl. For some reason, I want to see this movie. Which is touchy because if you guys know my story, my mom had breast cancer when I was a little girl. And it came back. You know, she dealt with it on and off for 18 years. And that movie, you know. So, basically, the character in the movie, he's a bad boy. She's a good girl. She's a church girl. She's a good girl. He's a bad boy. He's problematic. He's angry. Ultimately, it's a love story. So they have some sort of connection. Rosemary, you gotta go see it. Yeah. Go see it like it's in movie theaters. Well, I heard that they're going to be making a remake next year. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like remakes of my favorite movies. But, I don't know. But Mandy Moore and them were like, yeah, go for it. Woo, new one. I'm like, you can't remake that. But okay. The soundtrack was good. Only Hope, Cry. Yes. This is Only Hope. Only Hope. You guys, Only Hope, think about it. What does A Walk to Remember and Breakfast Club have in similar? What do they have in common? The good girl, the rebellious boy. The good girl somehow gives hope to this figure, and vice versa. That's what this reading is. I don't know. Two different, they seem different. Like, people might be like, why are those two together? When hell freezes over. Well, hell froze over. Those two are together. That's what this is giving y'all. So you guys have homework to do. Option 2, you have homework to do. Tonight, I need you guys to go home and watch Breakfast Club and A Walk to Remember and compare the two movies. Okay, that's your homework assignment tonight. You should write a thesis. No, that is your homework assignment, y'all. This is deep. So what this is telling me is that I'm hearing star-crossed lovers. I'm hearing, I don't know why I just heard A Star is Born. I don't know why they just gave me a quick visual Romeo and Juliet, but the Leonardo DiCaprio, ironically mentioned him earlier with Claire, I forget her name. But it's not, as much as I want to say Romeo and Juliet because star-crossed lovers and you're not supposed to be together, it's not really the not supposed to be together. It's that people think you're not supposed to be together. It's more like people are like, those two, they wouldn't fit. All right? You wouldn't catch these two in the same hangout. But if they got to know each other, they're going to realize that they're mirrors. So, y'all, this is a love story that started off with horror. Like, it could even be that you guys have similar childhood stories. Maybe that's why I started off with all the horror film. Like, what was your nightmare? What was your dream? You know, do you remember this movie? Yeah, I remember that movie. Did you remember this? Yep, I was afraid of that movie too. Or, you know, I don't know. It could be something like that. I don't know. But this is a strong soul contract. And I'm hearing when the stars align, we have Justice card here. Think about this for a second. You guys have major arcana cards. You have the Death card. You have the Magician card. You have the Justice card, the Lovers card, and the Emperor. Kiva's like, this is a personal reading. Brandy's like, yeah, that's my one. You guys, this is a love story. I'm hearing a Taylor Swift song where she says, is it a love story or something like that? Y'all, they just said there's a Taylor Swift song that's called Love Story something, right? But they're giving me Willow by Taylor Swift. Yes, they are. That song, I love that song. I love me down that Willow song, okay? And this is giving Willow. I think I've seen the music video like once, but I thought it was enchanting. There's something about this. Triggered by this pal thinking I already met this person only to recently find out I was duped. Wow. Angela. You weren't duped. You weren't duped. You have to go through that to know what's for you and what's not for you. What is and what isn't. This one right here, baby. I'm hearing a portion of where she says, life, what is it? Did she say life was a willow and it blew right to your wind or something like that? The beginning lyrics is what I'm getting. The more that you say, the less I know. What did she say? The more you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. take my hand, wreck my plans, that's my man. The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. Waiting for you to take my hand, wreck my plans, that's my man. Know that my train can take you home. Go listen to that song. Tell your reading matches a lot of a person reading I had in the past. It was very specific. Wow. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. That's it. In A Walk to Remember, the Serenity Prayer. Isn't that the prayer that was said? He said, love is never, what is it? Love is never boastful. Love is patient. Love is something. Love is never boastful or something like that. There's a prayer that he says. Wind. There's something about the wind. Listen. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. In the movie, he's talking about Jamie. And he says, it's a lot like the wind. I can't see her, but I can feel it. She was talking about God's love, Source's love. And wow, y'all, stop. I love this. And then Kiba commented down below, willows in Italy are called crying trees. They're beautiful trees. Maybe that, oh my God, you guys, there's a tree here. 2 trees. I'm telling you guys, this was meant to come into alignment to help with the growth. This is going to help with the growth of both of you, but for some reason, the more the masculine energy is going to really step into his power when this comes in, or as this comes in. You guys are both stepping into your power. The lover, this hasn't happened yet. This is in spiritual realms. Like it's aligning because Justice card is turned back. This contract is still being written. The future is still being written. This is very interesting. It's like parallel dimension. In the higher realms, your souls are already together holding hands. Stars are aligning for this to happen. The stars, shooting stars, the stars. Look at the table. Doesn't that make you think of A Walk to Remember? Doesn't this make you think of A Walk to Remember? He was, I can't, somebody hasn't seen it. I can't give it away, but y'all look at the table. Look at the table. Look at the stars. What does that make you think of? What was he doing? What was her wishes? What were her dreams? He did all of that. And look, here she is in the back. Like, they're giving offerings. This is the death card. They're giving offerings. Process what I'm saying, y'all. Process it. If you've seen the movie, process what I'm putting together because I can't give it away. And what did he end up becoming? He was once closed off. He was like this. Nope, I'm not sharing my emotions. He couldn't even cry. Then he ended up this. And all because of that love. All because love is so deep, it could transform people. The right love, the right partner can help you to evolve, level up, and ascend. The wrong partner can keep you stagnant, stuck, or going down the wrong path. It doesn't mean that the person's a bad person. It just means that you've either outgrown that person or you guys are not a frequency match. But sometimes people stay with people out of being comfortable, or they feel like that's the type of person they should be with. But if you really pray on it and align your frequency, sometimes you're meant to be with someone that may be a little bit more different than your usual. There's something here. Y'all, you see where this is? Y'all see this? I know those of you who have seen this movie are like, we know. We already know. Look at the dolphin here in the background. I didn't even notice the dolphins here. Dolphins are soulmates. Like, they represent a very playful soulmate energy. It's going to help each other to level up, but more so the masculine energy. Both will heal and evolve, but the masculine energy really is going to heal and evolve here. And don't forget, we have the 10 cups at the bottom, and she's in this depiction is in a lotus, like it's a depiction of a woman in a chalice, like a water fountain. And in this deck, it's the Ace of Cups. This one's in a lotus, a white lotus. Option 1 had the lotus, but you guys are in a white lotus. Purity, enlightenment. In the 10 of Cups, it's all water. It's all emotions, all love. very fertile, so much love and happiness, which is ultimately what all these characters were wanting, was to feel loved, was to feel accepted, was to feel the warmth, because they felt alone in some sort of way. Y'all, like, felt like no one would understand them. That's it. That's your reading. Y'all, that's crazy. I still stand by maybe someone might have something to do with writing and films and all of that, maybe books. Sovereignty, position of power, high status, something, someone majestic, an air of superiority, someone majestic, something different. Keeps giving me that Willow song. Like, this is mystical. It's enchanting. It's star-crossed. The feminine, we got the Emperor and the feminine coming out. Says a woman will play a role, your feminine side, feminine energy coming in. There's that. I love that. I love that for us. Surrender, no longer fighting or resisting, letting things be, allowing, giving up control, surrendering this to the divine. What's crazy is they both look like they're like surrendering. Huh. Surrender it. Surrender this to the divine. Watch how things naturally play out. Oh my God. Helpful people came right back out. Option 1 had that. This is a helpful person. Think about it. They were helpful to each other. Hello. It says someone will be generous to you. People willing to help, accepting help from others. And then we have higher forces, communicating with other realms, help from higher dimensions. Divine protection. We talked about that, the mediumship energy, right? Y'all, this was divinely orchestrated. It's like someone's ancestors or angels stepped in and said, hey, we got to get this person on track. Send them this person. You know, like the stars aligned for two individuals to kind of orbit around each other and come together to create, or like, kind of, I'm going to say stamp of approval for some reason, but create some sort of catalyst for change and transformation to raise both individuals up. With the white butterfly here on the Justice Sword. Yep. I feel like that's a wrap. You guys, my phone is gonna die. No, hold on, you guys, my phone is gonna die. Oh shit, it's at 1%. What do we do? What do we do? Do I have my charger? Oh shit, I don't have my charger, you guys. I might have to come back. Step into the spotlight. Literally what she's doing on that 10 of Cups. Spotlight. Only hope. I'm seeing that scene where she's singing, you have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom. Boom. That's it. That's how you're going to meet this person. That's how they're going to meet you. Put your creative energy into action. See, you guys need to use your creative energy. Archangel Gabriel, music, messages, writing.